Traveling full time means dealing with all kinds of water quality, and sometimes that water softener just needs a little extra love to keep up. Carl is hitting a recharge cycle today, and he's going to show you how quick and easy it is to do it right here at the campsite. So grab your salt and let's get this system refreshed and make sure we're ready for the next destination.
Hi, everybody. If you're traveling anywhere across the country in your RV, you're going to find some level of hardness in the water, with a possible exception of New England or or Washington State and Oregon State, where they have pretty soft water. If you collected rainwater, it would be soft. It would not be hard at all. But when it hits the ground and it soaks down through the ground, it collects up calcium deposits, calcium carbonate, and whatever level it is gives you the hardness level. Now, anywhere in the Southwest here, it's going to be pretty hard. And uh, normally, in when we're in Arizona, where we spend a lot of winters, I might have to recharge this water softener maybe once a week. But here in New Mexico, it's really hard. So this is my second time this week. So let me show you my setup here. Uh, I got water into my water softener. It's full of beads that have salt on them that help soften the water up. And my outlet comes, that blue hose goes to the RV, and then the splitter here, I can segregate either side. Then this hose goes to my garden hose, and then I also put this small hose on here for this task right here, where I can control the amount of water. Um, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to back flush the water softener, which means I'm going to switch the inlet and the outlet and let the water run through it for about 10 minutes. That is a new trick that I've learned recently, which has helped me get the water softener to work and the granules to work more efficiently. So first thing I'm going to do is turn my water off. Then I'm going to switch off. This switches off the water to the RV, and then I'm going to switch it over to my utility side here. And I'm going to open up, so that lets the pressure off. And then I'm going to take two sides here. So this is my outlet hose. I'm going to hook that up to the inlet side because I'm going to be running things backwards. And then here's my green inlet hose. I'm going to hook up to the outlet side. Okay, so I'm going to line my hoses up right. So I'm going to have water coming in here through the water softener and then out here. And it's a personal thing for me, but I don't like to run water on the ground for periods of time. So I've got my outlet hose run back to our sewer hookup. But that's a personal thing. You can do that any way you like. Okay, so I got it hooked up. Check all my valves. Turn the water on. And then I'm going to set my 10-minute timer because I'm running for 10 minutes, and then we'll go on to step two. Okay, we got our hoses switched back around, and now I'm ready for the second step. What we're going to do is we're going to take 2 containers of plain salt, and we're going to pour them in there in the top of the water softener to recharge the beads. So I'm going to turn the pressure. It's going to be off. My hose is off, and I have the valve set up to go to here. That lets the pressure off, and now I'm going to sometimes it's not easy to get off there. There we go. Okay, salt often piles up in there, so now I have to add a little water. And then keep pouring the salt in. Okay, so I'm on my second container of salt and I'm just about done pouring it in. Okay, so now I'm going to replace the cap. And I'm going to close the outlet and I'm going to put water pressure to it. So now I've got water pressure up to here. Now, the trickiest part here is I want to let the water trickle, just trickle through there. Okay, now I'm going to set my 45-minute timer and we're going to let that run for 45 minutes to work the salt through the beads. Pause. Okay, 45-minute timer's up. So we're on to step 3, which is really simple. All we're going to do is we're going to flush water through the water softener for about 10 minutes now. So I'm going to turn this valve off. And I've got my hose hooked up on this side. I'm going to turn this valve on. And then water's going to run through it and down the sewer. And I start our 10-minute timer. Okay, our 10-minute timer's up. So we finished flushing out the tank. So we shut this off. And now we're going to use our water test kit to take a quick after sample. One, two, three. And we're in the green. So, like I say, in Arizona, this would have lasted me about a week. But here in New Mexico, I'll be doing this again in about 3 to 4 days. Okay, so now I switch my valves back. I'm going to close this one off and then open this up so that I'm feeding water to the RV. And that's our test. That's our joy for today. So I wanted to mention that while we were on the sailboat through the Caribbean, we didn't need one of these because we'd either collect rainwater, which we had a setup to collect rainwater on deck, or we'd buy RO water from on shore, or if we were offshore and had clear seawater, we could run a water maker. But since we've come ashore, switched from keel to wheels, we had to buy this setup and are using this on a regular basis now. So that's it for recharging the water softener. If you like the content or would like to see more like that, leave us a comment, give us a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And we'll see you more in the future.